Enter at your own peril and pass the bolted doors where impossible things may happen that the world's never seen before. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the chapter review for chapter 1050 of One Piece, the chapter that is titled Honor. All right. Really excited for everybody watching this, and I'm just gonna tell you this week, it was a banger chapter because it was a relief chapter, and it was real good and real emotional. So first off, checking out the cover spread, we find out that Ichiji and Reiju, in fact, which I had predicted, are the ones who are coming in to rescue Niji and Yonji, which is pretty cool. Before anything, Oda here has a note. The 30th anniversary for the band Mr. Children is upon us. The song list for their tour is really moving. They included all the classics from Tomorrow Never Knows to fanfare. I believe Mr. Children is the band that does the official music for One Piece in the live shows, which is really, really cool. And thanks, Oda, for giving us some insight into that. Anyways, chapter 1050, Honor. We start off. Kaido is still falling, and we're actually seeing smoke start to come off him, which I'm not surprised because at this speed you would be starting to burn. And then we actually see light ahead of him, which in the next panel does in fact confirm that both Kaido and Big Mom were slammed so far into the ground that they have hit the molten core of the earth. Which, if you consider that in today's technology age, that man can just barely hit the core of the earth, that's saying so. Well, I mean, later on it's described as an underground magma pool, so it's not necessarily the core of the earth, but it is pure lava. Well, magma. It is pure magma that they're hitting. They are hitting magma, which is the point. But the destruction from this is causing the ground to crack apart at that underground magma pool. And excuse me, Yamato is running, seeing Luffy falling, and we do see Kaido hit the lava. Yamato's running, trying to oh yes, so it's kind of a back and forth. We're seeing the perspective from Kaido hitting the lava and Luffy falling, and Yamato catches him, which is really, really cool. And so it says the declared victor of the rooftop battle has been revised. This is a reference to before when the title card came up for Kaido as the victor. So Yamato like carrying Luffy, man. This is kind of nice. Anyways, we head back to the capital. Well, first Yamato shouts that you guys really are amazing or something. I can't believe it. So we go back to the capital and the see the festival, and Otama, I believe her name is. Um, anyway, the girl who's always smiling because she ate the smile fruit. Because she was hungry. E- so she is what is it? She's with the I want to call him Uro Kadaki because because that's who he looks like, but he's not because Uro Kodaki is from Demon Slayer. But oh, his name is Tengu. That's right. Um, just because of his mask. But anyways, so he's there with her, and she and so they're kind of talking and stuff, and he's explained to her that her father Yasui Dono gave his life in order to give the country one last chance, and if he didn't, uh, the hope would have been snuffed out in an instant. He sacrificed himself for the future, and we see that instead of like admonishing and scolding his child, like Yasui knew the fate that she had, and he didn't want her to go through it alone, and so he also willingly ate the smile fruit, um, just so she wouldn't be alone in her pain. Um, and so she kind of understands this, and says, "So it was for me." He says, "That's right." And this part made me cry so much. Oda, how are you gonna make me cry? Um, she changes the message on her balloon that she sends up from "I want to see you, Daddy" to "Thank you, Daddy." And the tears, the feels. Mm, that is that is that hits so hard. Um, so anyways, this is an awesome moment, and we almost don't want to go back to Onigashima, but we go back to Onigashima. Nekomamushi is giving out the announcement. He's like, he says, Luffy drilled Kaido straight into the ground. Kaido's gone. We've won. We beat two emperors of the sea. Um, and Momonosuke used his giant dragon form to prevent Onigashima from crash landing. He's pretty much explaining what has happened to everybody. So we flash to everybody: the Straw Hat Pirates, Law Kid, Scratchman, Apu. Which honestly, I don't know what Oda's doing with him. Um, we flash to Nami and Hyogoro. And then Usopp and Frankie come in, and um, they are carrying, I believe it is Robin and Brooke, and Frankie is carrying Zoro. And they're just like, "Hey, Chopper, like these guys are in bad shape. Zoro's not opening his eyes." We all know that Zoro at this point is fighting um Enma, the Lord of Hell, for control of Hell. And I mean, at least we kind of know that he's not dead, which is nice. Uh but yeah, the goat person, Mr. Miyagi, that's his name, like not even a reference to Karate Kid, but Miyagi says he'll lend a hand. um so we cut back to the outside of Onigashima, and Momonosuke is talking to Zunisha, and something really big happens. Momonosuke says, "I've decided not to open our borders just yet." And so he says just yet, which means they will be open someday, but he's kind of accepting his role as the new shogun. He's like, this is my decision, this is what I want to do. I know it's not what my father wanted, but it's what I think is best for the country, which I think is really awesome. It's Momonosuke taking his power and owning it. um And then all of a sudden there is a rumble from underground, which reading this, I I nearly had a heart attack. Um uh so we see that the beast pirates are still trying to fight, and um nobody knows why, and Frankie's ready to fight them, and so Yamato steps up and she's like, "Yo, guys, your boy's down, your boy's done. Also, these dudes over here, like, they just saved you from dying in a giant fiery explosion. And so you should be like kneeling on the ground and thanking them right now. But hey, if you want to go, let's go. Like Yamato's Yamato's already being the boss and taking care of. That is what I love. That is what I freaking love about Yamato. And I mean, until this chapter, I didn't think she should be on the Straw Hats. But this chapter, I was like, she needs to be on the Straw Hats, like as vice captain or something like that, because like she knows Luffy's down. She knows Luffy's out. He needs to take a rest, and she is taking charge. She is getting shit done. And we get one of these every episode. There is no fuckery here. Yamato is shutting it down. Um anyways, so yeah. She says, if you want to fight, I'll personally grind you to dust myself. And the Beast Pirates are confused because they think Yamato is still on Kaido's side. Which all I have to say to that is, boys, you missed the memo by a good 20 years. Thank you very much. Yamato hasn't been on Kaido's side for, well, not 20 years, but yeah, Yamato hasn't been on Kaido's side for a good like 10 to 15 years. Um Something like that. What is she, like 20, 23 years old? Something like that. Anyways, um the ground is still rumbling, and everybody's like, is that an earthquake? And so us as readers, we're freaking out. We're like, if Kaido and Big Mom survived being smashed into the ground and into magma, or honestly at this point we think it's the core of the earth, but we're like, if Kaido and Big Mom survive this, they are unkillable. There is no possible. Okay. um my mic just cut out for a second there. Hope you guys can still hear me. Anyways, um Oda is showing right there in the next panel, Kaido and Big Mom, they are fully dead. They are melting away into black patches in this underground magma pool. um But the ground is still rumbling, even in the Udon prisoner mine. And they said something's happening. There's unusual activity on the surface of the sea, and then all of a sudden, an underwater volcano explodes and erupts out of the ocean. Um, and we finally get the winner title card. The decisive battle in the skies of Wano, Victor, Straw Hat Luffy. Um, and yeah, and so that is proof right there that, like, even after Kaido hit the lava, like, Kaido was still alive, but being but the thing that really finally kills him, seals his coffin, is both him and Big Mom being blown up in a volcano eruption. Which I guess is Oda's way of fully saying they are dead. They are ash and dust. Which, seeing such finality in a death in One Piece is honestly stunning, because most villains live and go on to be put into Impel Down. But apparently, and according to Oda, and I think according to the fans and stuff, Big Mom and Kaido fully needed to die. And I mean, things could have been different. It could have gone a whole bunch of different ways, but this is what we've got. Apparently, Oda was like, they fully need to die. Anyways, moving on. So Momonosuke appears before the people in his full-grown dragon form, and they all think he's Kaido. So they're all freaking out, and they're like, "This is our one day to be free. The F are you doing? Come on." And so he's like, "Yo, I'm not Kaido, and in fact, that eruption right there, that will make sure that no one is ever Kaido ever again." He says that eruption was the final send-off for the Supreme Commander of the Beast Pirates. Like, he full dead now. So Momonosuke de-transforms from his dragon form, and in the resulting smoke, the 9 red scabbards and Komurasaki start coming through, and everybody sees Komurasaki, and they're like, "You died! Like, Orochi killed you, and you died like we had a funeral, and you a ghost right now." So everybody in the capital freaking out. But some people are like, that beauty can't be faked. So then Kiyoshiro comes forward, and everybody's like, "Hey, where's your pompadour?" And he's like, "Well, this is gonna be a long story. Anyways, I'm Batman, and here is Batman Beyond. Except this ain't Return of the Joker." He's like, "This is the new Shogun of Wano," and I'm assuming in the next chapter, in the beginning, we are finally going to see, and I'm very excited for this, we are finally going to see the adult human form of Momonosuke, which I am so pumped for. And at first, when Komurasaki came out, I thought that was gonna be I thought it was gonna reveal the adult human form of Momonosuke. But yeah, in the next chapter, it's looking like we're gonna get the adult human form of Momonosuke, which I am absolutely pumped for. Anyways, that is the review of One Piece chapter 1050. Super exciting, very happy for everything that is going on right now. And right now, this is a turning point, because as of Kaido and Big Mom being fully killed and defeated, or fully defeated and killed, the world shifts very radically. We are out by 2 emperors, which means 2 new emperors got to come in. We already know one. One of them is Luffy. Who's that second emperor gonna be? I'm wondering. Um, or unless we're just going, or unless we're just going back to the 4 emperor system, and bam, Luffy's now the 4th emperor of the sea. I mean, Kaido in his flashback says everything will revolve around the former members of the Rocks Pirates crew. Um, and this is kind of a changing. This is the passing of an era. This is the changing of an era moment, because we are going from everything being about the former members of the Rocks Pirates, and we're now going into the new we're going into the new emperors are the new generation. The top of the new generation are transitioning into becoming the new uh emperors of the sea. So, and this is just my prediction. My prediction here is of course, Kaido and Big Mom are gone. So the 2 emperors we have left, we have Blackbeard and we have red-haired Shanks. My thought is that they're gonna go. So I don't know where the rumor came from, but the big rumor right now is that the next place that they're going to head to is Elbaf, the land of giants, where Dory, Bragi, and Big Mom are from. Charlotte Linlin are from. And I don't think anything big is going to happen on Elbaf, no pun intended. But I do think Elbaf will be the second to the last island, and that after Elbaf, we're gonna hit Laugh-Tale, or Raftel, as it is appropriately called, or technically called. Anyways, we're gonna hit Raftel after Elbaf is my prediction, and my prediction is that when Luffy meets with Shanks again, that and gives him back his hat, that Shanks will realize his power and who he truly is, and Shanks will step down as an emperor. Because he doesn't want to fight Luffy, because like with Shanks, like what happens here? It's like the end of a battle royale when you've allied with someone. One of 2 things happens. Either Shanks realizes Luffy's ability and steps down, or Shanks has to fight Luffy for the One Piece, which isn't going to happen because they're allies. So that's my prediction. Shanks is going to step down as an emperor and is going to kind of join the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, and try to help Luffy become king of the pirates. And then we're going to have one final showdown with the final emperor of the sea, Blackbeard. And once Blackbeard is taken out, then we transition into the next part, which I'm predicting that the end of, and this is just a theory, I'm predicting that the end of One Piece brings about an age where Luffy sits at the top as king of the pirates, and one of the 4 emperors of the sea, and the other 4 emperors of the sea go to, I'm going to kick out Kid, and you will see why in the end. But I think the other emperors of the sea go to definitely Zoro. Zoro is for sure going to be one of the new emperors of the sea. I mean, before anyone landed a blow on Kaido, he cut off one of Kaido's horns. So, yeah, he was the first to land a blow on Kaido. Anyways, so Luffy up here, king of the pirates, top emperor of the sea. Zoro. Then we get Law. I definitely think Law is going to be put in as one of the Emperors of the Sea. And then for the fourth Emperor of the Sea, I don't really know. There hasn't really been someone that has truly stepped up to the level of Luffy, Zoro, Law. So I'm honestly interested to see what happens there. We might end up with 3 Emperors of the Sea, but I mean, hey, it's all up in the air. We never know what Oda's gonna do, and that is just my theory. Let's take a look at the chat. Tricks, the anime hater in here, our legendary patron, says, yo Tricks, waiting on the world government's response. For sure. Thank you for bringing that up. The world government is going to flip on its head over this, especially the Gorosei in Merijua, because they realize now that Luffy is unstoppable. They cannot stop what he has become now. So the world government is flipped on its head, and nobody knows what they're gonna do. They're running around like chickens at the world government right now. And I'm guessing what they're gonna do is they are going to come out in full force, all battleships, multiple buster calls on every island that they go to, and they are just going to try to hunt down Luffy and his crew as hard as they can, which will eventually bring them to the final island, Rafto. Trick says, I don't like the idea of those two dying in that fashion. It seems too early for that. I actually like it. B.D.A. Law, or Brago de Ace, as he's better known. Well, actually, Brago de Ace, or B.D.A. Law, as he's better known. He said that he didn't want Oda to end things with a big punch. And Oda kind of fooled us, because it looked like he did end things with a big punch, but really, if you're looking at the technical aspects of the panel, Kaido did not die until the volcano erupted. Like, he was still alive as he was starting to melt into the underground magma pool, and we did not get the winner title card, which says that a person is dead, has died. We do not get that title card until the eruption goes off, which is very important. And this, in essence, is it's saying that Kaido and Big Mom are dead, and it's also kind of an urn, because since they are being blown up in the magma of this eruption, or the lava of this eruption, their ashes are going to settle back into the sea and eventually likely form a brand new island, or a coastline island of Wano, or something like that, which is very interesting to think about. They should have been treated better. I could see that. I mean, honestly, if it was up to me, and I know it's not up to me because I don't draw One Piece, I don't deserve that title, but it was up to me. Kaido, it was up to me, Kaido would have stopped and realized that Luffy was Joy Boy, and Luffy was the person that he and Roger and everyone was waiting for. And in a good, if his life had a good ending, he would have joined Luffy. Marco for Emperor. That's an interesting theory there, Tricks. The thing is, Marco has to do something. Like, do something, Marco. Like you just come in and you shield the Straw Hats from a punch, a random punch or a blast breath or something like that. Like you're a glorified shield at the moment, and like yeah, you can give encouragement and stuff like that, but do something, Marco. Start an island on fire and make it bloom with flowers. Like land a huge hit on Blackbeard. Do something, Marco, and then I will maybe start to see you as someone who could be an emperor. Um Katakuri too. Yeah, Katakuri. But his powers are too similar to Luffy's. Like he would take the shine off our boy. And also like Katakuri still vehemently devoted to uh uh well, I think he's vehemently devoted to Big Mom. I mean, what he said before he fell was kind of confusing because he asked Luffy to come back someday and kill Big Mom, which I don't know. It kind of says to me, I have been kept under Big Mom's thumb and I have been kept in her servitude as her son. And as much as I admire her and she is my mother and stuff, Katakuri knew that Big Mom needed to die in order for the world to see peace. And so it was confusing him asking if Luffy would come back someday and kill Big Mom. But I mean I can't see him as an emperor. Strength wise, yeah. His future sight on point. Amazing. Even more than beyond on point. Like dude can literally see the future. But yeah, I don't think he'd be a good fit. Also, we don't have enough story with him. We don't have enough background with him. Everybody that I've predicted for Emperors of the Sea, we have background with. We've seen them multiple times. Like Luffy, of course, Zoro, Law, they've proven themselves time after time after time, and we've seen Katakuri like maybe once in his fight. Um and also I mean we got to ask are the emperors all gonna be people we've known as the good guys? I mean I will say there was a bit of a shift in the emperors because Blackbeard and Shanks were not originally on the um Rocks Pirates. And so it kind of has gone in stages. It went from Kaido saying everything will revolve around the former members of the Rocks Pirates, and then and then it kind of transitioned to it went from Rocks Pirates to someone on the Pirate King's crew and someone on Whitebeard's crew. So two people on the crew of the strongest people in the world. And now it's turning into the new generation. The supernovas are becoming the emperors. Um so I mean, we'll see. We will definitely see. That does give a little bit more merit to Marco, though, just because Marco is a former Whitebeard crew member. Um, so we'll see about Marco. I don't think Katakuri's in the running. I just really don't. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, if history repeats itself in the One Piece universe, like um I mean, it's considerable that someone else on the Straw Hats would become an emperor. And honestly, if anyone else on the Straw Hats were to become an emperor of the sea, there are a couple that I would consider. I would less consider Sanji, just because I know Sanji wouldn't want it. The other person on the Straw Hat Pirates who I think would have the running to be an emperor of the sea, Nico Robin. Nico Robin, because she is the most hated enemy of the world government currently next to Luffy. But she was the original, like, public enemy number one of the world government. So if anyone else from Luffy, the future king of the pirates crew, is gonna be an emperor of the sea, I'd say Nico Robin. So here's my full prediction before I end all of this. Here's my full theory. One Piece ends, and what we have is a world where the four emperors of the sea, they are Luffy, king of the pirates, top emperor at the top. Then we have Zoro, Law, and Nico Robin. But I think Nico Robin is definitely going to see more playtime, just because we saw that demon form. Her devil form is freaking scary. And I think that definitely needs to be explored a little bit more. So yeah, there is my theory. Time to bring the third admiral, probably be in Elbaf. Yeah. Well, yeah, and I for sure think that Elbaf is going to reveal who probably the true fourth emperor is going to be. Because I'm already set. I'm already locked in for Luffy, Zoro, Law as emperors of the sea. Elbaf is really gonna show who the fourth emperor is going to come out as, and we'll know because somebody will just begin to shine. So somebody will show something that we have never seen before, and they will completely flip the world on its head. And that's really what we're looking for. But personally, I hope fourth emperor, if it is a part of Luffy's crew, is gonna be Nico Robin. But anyways, we have gone very deep into this and a long time, and so this is where I'm going to end it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For everybody who is watching in the rewind or isn't subscribed already, doesn't really know much about the channel, I do a live stream every Tuesday, and I do an edited video every Tuesday also. And then every Friday that a official manga chapter of One Piece comes out, I do a live stream review of it just like this. So go check out the other ones. But again, thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time. Let's send you all off with a quote I heard earlier this week that I absolutely love, which does relate to sailing. A quote from a YouTube video I saw called Ocean in the Sky. Trying not to sink, sails my ship over the clouds towards endless blue.